Check out this bad boy. So this is American Wagyu, and if you look at it, you can see the crazy amount of intramuscular fat. And it also has a great fat cap along that as well. I don't know why people have such strong opinions about American Wagyu. Yeah, it's not 100% purebred, but that's like saying you can't eat any other steak because it's not A5 Wagyu. Let me pat this dry real quick. All right, check this out, dude. Look at that fat, it's just absolutely insane. So I gotta take this dude for a walk, so I'm actually gonna be sous vide it. Thankfully, our sponsor for today, Kitchenboss, sent over both an immersion circulator and a vacuum sealer. Not gonna lie, I can lose a little pounds too, you know? Hey! Get away from my steak. Oh, what's this shirt I'm wearing right here? Official merch, you know? No big deal. Sorry, let's cook this steak. Just gonna season this with about a teaspoon of salt. Gonna stick it in this fancy Ziploc bag. I'm gonna go light on the aromatics because I don't want it to overpower the steak. Got crushed garlic, a little bit of fresh thyme, and some fresh rosemary too. And then I'm actually gonna sneak in a little bit of MSG. If you don't wanna use this, feel free to just leave it out of the recipe. Yo, look at how sick that is. All right, we gotta set up the sous vide machine now. Ooh, gotta fill this thing up with water. So I set it to 120, which is gonna be pretty rare, but it gives me a lot of leeway for when I go to sear the steak. Cool, now that it's up to temp, I'm just gonna plop my ribeye in there, and then the timer will start automatically. Ooh, that's hot. And then it'll be time to take that demon out for a walk. Now that we're home, I can thank today's sponsor, Kitchenboss. Without the G210 vacuum sealer, we wouldn't be able to enjoy this Wagyu. On top of being able to sous vide, vac sealing extends the shelf life of everything by weeks. There's the dry vac setting for things like steak and chicken, the moist vac setting so you can eat creme brulee while watching that new Spider-Man trailer, and inching lets you manually control the suckage. I love that it's called inching. This G320 immersion circulator allows you to control how long you want to sous vide and at an exact temperature the whole time. It comes with this recipe book to get the idea of circulating. Get it? Because it's an immersion and it circulates in the water. That's everything from pork cheek with pickled fennel to prosciutto benedict with a 63-degree egg. Jesus, and I'm here just cooking steak again. Oh god, duck breast with caramel applesauce? All these recipes are preset into the system so you can just click and go. You can also customize your own setting like I did for this ribeye. Both the G320 sous vide cooker and the G210 vacuum sealer is 10% off using the link in the description. You can also go to kitchenbossglobal.com if you want to see more recipes. Thank you again to Kitchenboss for sponsoring this video. Alright, while that ribeye's going, we're gonna make a little fancy sauce here. So beef and radish is a really common combo, so we're gonna make a really quick wasabi cream real quick. So you got a little bit of cream in the pot, and then we're just gonna take a little bit of wasabi. I'm just gonna start off with a little bit. I'm not sure how much is gonna be good, so we're gonna reduce this by half, give it a taste and see where we're at. Cool, while that cream's gone, we're gonna fry up some of these taters. These are my secret 3.5 Michelin star potato recipe. Just to play off the beef and radish thing a little bit, I'm gonna crush a little bit of wasabi pieces. Not too much, because these are pretty aggressive. These are so good though. Cool, I think that should be perfect. That'll give us like enough texture and like a flavor spike. Pull these for snacking. Throwing a couple of these. They definitely have to fry a lot more, but yeah, they're looking pretty good. And this is that wasabi cream. I just reduced the cream down a lot with the wasabi and seasoned it with salt and sugar. And it's a little loose right now, but as soon as it cools down, it'll thicken up. So I definitely went way overboard with this, but you know what? That's a part of life, making mistakes and learning from it. Instead of kosher salt, I'm gonna grind this super fine because for fried foods, it tends to stick a lot better to it. See, this is just sticking on. Kosher salt, the granules are so big, they just tend to like just bounce off, do whatever they feel like. And this is the other secret here. I just have it labeled turkey herbs, but it's basically dried rosemary, thyme, and sage. We're just gonna sprinkle a lot of it on the potatoes. I'm gonna cover like the entire top layer, just so it's like a huge flavor blast when they get it. Check that out, baby. Cool, so we got our potatoes, we got our wasabi peas, and then we have our wasabi cream as well, dude. Now we can cook that steak. Let's do it. Make sure you're tasting stuff along the way too. Like these potatoes, they needed a little bit more salt. I wouldn't have been able to tell if I didn't taste that. Since almost every other component in this dish is going to be super salty and umami-like, I added a bunch of vinegar to the wasabi cream itself. You can add lemon juice too. I just went pretty heavy on it just so it brightens everything up. Listen how crunchy these are too. Oh yeah. You ready to check this ribeye? Cut it out of this bag. Look at that, not too appetizing right now. But inside is a perfect rare steak. All right, let's get that cast iron ripped. All right. Since we can only cook this steak for like 30 seconds aside, I'm going in with a lot of oil, making sure it's super hot. All right, moment of truth. Oh, hell yeah, I nailed that first dive. All right. Woo! Look at that. Cool, while this thing is resting, I'm gonna brush a little bit of, what is this? Oh, soy sauce caramel. It's gonna add a lot of umami and a good amount of sweetness to it as well. Hell yeah, brother. Generally, I would just slice this up and eat it with a bowl of rice, but since I'm gonna plate it, I'm gonna carve this thing and see what we're working with. And this is the chef's piece right here. Fucking know I'm that guy. So I'm gonna take the ribeye cap off right here, and then I'm thinking this rectangular piece I'm gonna trim up, and that's what I'm gonna serve. Oh yeah, dude, right fucking there, baby. So I decided that that might be a little bit off-putting, especially that end right here. So I'm gonna use these two pieces kind of like stacked like that. Yo, you know how it's so cliche for everyone to taste something and be like, oh, it's the best thing I've ever had. This thing is nuts, man. And this is the part where we gotta be hella fast before that steak gets cold. Cue the epic music. Guess we'll do like 3 of these taters. A little bit more of this magic powder. And we got a wasabi situation. I mix it with half fried garlic. Hell yeah, dude, I ain't mad at that. So for coming up with this on the fly, I am not mad about that at all, dude. Gotta give it a taste test though, you know? Oh man, it's been forever since I plated something like this, dude. My bad, y'all. Girl gotta update her Instagram, not me. I'm here for the beef. I mean, this is pretty fire, man. Don't get me wrong, but I think the steak carries most of it. I should have added a lot more brightness to the sauce. Oh, what's up, buddy? And more wasabi, too. I was too scared to go, like, bonkers on the wasabi, but definitely could have used more. Salt levels were good. I thought this thing had really good texture. This little doohickey that I invented, that was really good, man. Yo, peep the cook on this, baby. Woo! I know most of you are gonna say, oh, that's overcooked. So check that out, dude. Is that what you wanted? Anyways, look at all this leftovers I have to eat, bro. Oh, I'm gonna smash all this and pass the fuck out. Thanks for watching.